Alright, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, it's Craft Chest here with a very short video. This one I cannot go very long because I'm actually home for lunch. Because finally, after 8 days of waiting on a 2-day delivery, I got my RX 480 in hand. It is this card right here. It is the XFX. See if I can get a better shot here so you can see the box. RX 480 8 gig. See there. And normally I would be beside myself ecstatic to have a brand new piece of technology, and I am for the card. But I kind of lost my flavor on this card now that we're 8 days out of the box and everybody's been there, done that. And I'm really disappointed at Newegg for their impromptu service to get this card to me whenever I paid for 2-day delivery. Now granted, they did refund my money for the 2-day delivery, but that still doesn't make it right to have to get this card because my schedule now will not allow for me to do the live stream that I wanted to do unless I postpone it till Saturday or Sunday, and by that time everybody's really been there, done that, and they already have their Rebellion t-shirts on the way. And I may or may not, I don't know, if I do put this in at a reasonable time, maybe tonight, it may be Saturday, I'm not really sure. What the hell? As the Newegg box falls off the table, yeah, flat on its face. It's where you belong. Because that's exactly what y'all did, is fall flat on your face. And if I was AMD, honestly, if I was AMD, I would be hot with Newegg right now for having the oversight to schedule their inventory audit of their warehouses on the same day as a major release. Why would you do that? Alright, whoever's high up or medium or whoever scheduled that and they didn't pay attention to this, dropped the ball big time. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And this thing is heavy. That is, it said 4 pounds, and it's all of that. I don't know exactly what's in this box, because the card itself is not that big. So maybe there's a lot of adapters in here for us, from maybe the display port to DVI or something like that. Hopefully so. But let me read off on the box briefly, and then I'm going to end it there. HDR ready, AMD FreeSync technology, DirectX 12 optimized, and the FinFET 14 nanometer technology. RX 480 8 gig GDDR5. As you can see right there on the box, one more time, see if I can get it in there. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. And I know some people have had in the past and here's the back of the box, by the way, maybe some experiences with their cards, whether it be good or bad. Personally, knock on wood, I have never had a bad experience with a graphics card. I believe for the money, and especially for anyone who has a 2-PC setup or wants a 2-PC setup for streaming and your gaming, that for the money right now, this card will do you just fine. Especially if you're not a partner of Twitch, or if you're an aspiring partner of Twitch, you can always upgrade to 2 of them later on down the road. Just quite simply because you're not going to get that, 1,000 frame rate per second and the 144 refresh rate and all that good stuff to even encode to Twitch anyway. So that's really something that you need to think about. And I hear a lot of people out there that are building new PCs or purchasing new PCs, and automatically they're going after the 1070s and the 1080s. In my opinion, for that price, that right there is kind of a waste if you're going the route of wanting to stream, because for the price that you pay for one of those cards right now, let's just take the 1080 for example, you could actually build an entire system around this card right here. I know it can be done because I've done it. Alright, this will now bring the total cost of this build that I have right here to, once we do the swap out with the chip, let's see, that's going to be minus 50, so that's 400. plus the I paid for this $250 for this card, I think it was, or $260, one or the other. So that's going to bring this one to what did I say, 400, 600, just under $700 for one full PC build that I use streaming. And if you want to, go to 12power.com. Listen to me, maybe one day. Twitch.tv/12power gaming. Usually I put the link down here. I don't know if I have time to do it right now. But look at some of my past highlights, some of my past broadcasts here on YouTube. That's using this computer, especially in the past 3 months. Using this computer and variations of it. The past month, if you've seen any videos gameplay-wise, that is using just an APU. No graphics card whatsoever. It's just using an APU. So now we're going to morph it into a dedicated CPU, dedicated graphics card, and see what that can do. And we will have fully explored all of AMD's current tech that they have to offer. Now, no, I'm not using FX series processors. I'm actually going to be using an X4 880K, which is the best quad core that they have out right now. Now, yes, I know it doesn't have that third tier that a lot of people like on the chips, but for a pure gaming PC and the way that we have this set up in BIOS and RAM and card, I think it's going to work out just fine. We're going to test the theory. It may fall on its face and I might get 10 frames a second, like everybody out there is saying that this card is only capable of doing, but I doubt that very seriously. And we will be using, what is that program? Not Vulkan. Is it Vulkan or the other one? There's another program now to where we can actually pop up on screen our FPS up in the top corners, much like the old Fraps is, but it's not actually recording. It's just a limiter to how many frames per second that your PC can actually do or get to a ceiling of it, and then it throttles it. But we'll just pop that on there, unbuffered, and just see how many frames we're actually getting. And a lot of other things like that down the road. And it's not going to be like, an immediate series, especially since now we're, 5 days outside of the scheduled unboxing and live broadcast of this card. So I'm just going to actually put this to the side with the processor. If I get to it tonight, fine. If I don't, it's going to be Saturday. Or wait a minute, I'm off. Yeah, I'm off Saturday, so I might actually do it Friday night after the Grind Royals. Got to watch the Grind Royals. That's my new Friday night routine, and actually it'll probably be on Game 3 by the time I get there, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still going to watch it. All right. So anyway, there you go. I'm going to end it there. It's in hand. I wish I was more excited, but Newegg took my flavor, and I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun no matter what you do, no matter what card you like. Hey, we're going to see. Save yourself some money. I think this card right here is going to be awesome. Let's find out.